gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Finally!
Give it up for Mr. Direct.
Woo! Mr. Direct, are you crazy? Woo! I want you to join me.
He has his own real talk. Give it up for Mr. Direct.
Oh my God. It is Hump Day Wednesday. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know who it is. You know what I do. Coming to give you a little bit of real talk, like only your man, Mr. Direct, can possibly do. 3 straight nights. Like, seriously, I don't think you guys were ready. I don't think you was understanding what I said when I told you I was going to bring you real talk. I said it. I did it. It's here. Monday through Thursday, the 10:30 spot. You have to be ready. You got to be ready, willing, and able to just get down with a little bit of real talk. Do what we do best, giving you a little bit of real talk, just hanging out. All I want to do is just hang out with you a little bit. Let's talk about some of the things going on in the world. Let's talk about sports. Let's talk about pop culture, technology. Got a little bit of technology going on tonight. Let's talk about a whole lot of things. Crazy clowns. We talked about it on Monday. We might have to talk about it again today. There's a lot of shit going on. And listen, we might not be talking about it the way we're supposed to, but either way, we're going to have a little bit of real talk. How are you guys doing today? How's your Hump Day Wednesday? Before we get the show started, I got a few things I got to let you know. One, make sure you guys know the guest calling line, 347-205-9571. That's 347-205-9571. We taking calls. Get it going. What do you guys want to talk about? It ain't the band, Mr. Direct, that it's all about. It's about a lot of things. As well, how I start the show off some days, not every day, but, you know, I got to be careful because I got to live it. But let's give it cheers. 3 straight nights of real talk at the 10:30 spot. Facebook Live, are you with me? Facebook Live, if you with me. If you are with me, be here. Before I go on, a young lady decided she wanted to be on the show. I was like, bitch, you don't know what the fuck you want. You ain't ready for no damn Mr. Direct Real Talk. She was like, no, I want to be on Mr. Direct Real Talk. I'm ready for the real talk. I'm like, look, yo, you was on a mission. You was in Tonga teaching people how to communicate, which I thought Tonga, because, you know, like, you know, people from Tonga is like a U.S. district or something. Why are you teaching them how to speak? I don't know. She was on a mission, whatever the hell they call it. She said, I didn't feel I was serving my purpose. I didn't feel I was serving my direct purpose. So what she said to me was, I want to come on your show and I want to be part of the Real Talk family. I told her I didn't want to because sometimes I like to drop the word nigga every now and then, and I didn't think she can handle it. So she said, hey, I want to be on the show. There she is. Ladies and gentlemen, give her a round of applause. This is Suzie Says. I don't know why. What kind of a damn name is Suzie Says? Can you please explain that to me?
It's whatever I say it is.
Is that why it's Suzie Says?
That's right. Suzie Says, go on.
I want to thank you for coming on the show. You know what? We're going to have fun tonight. Sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. It's going to be one of them nights. Before we get back, I don't want to deal with your ass. I see it coming already. I'm going to take a shot. Cheers to you, because there's no way. Listen, let me do this real quick. We gotta come over here real quick. We gotta do a quick cheers.
Cheers. I'm just gonna sip a beer here.
There you go.
Because I'm a lightweight, so just a little sip.
That's what I'm talking about. I got a little bit of cheers. Big ups to my co-host that comes on the show every now and then, D. LaMonica. D. LaMonica and her husband Sean came over, gave me a beautiful house gift, peach brandy. Took a shot of that. I'm chilling. I'm enjoying myself. Doing what I do best. Ready to give you a little real talk. We got a whole lot of things that we got to talk about tonight. Like, we got a whole lot of things that we need to get into. I hope you guys are ready. You know, your man, Mr. Direct, really likes to get it in. And I don't think people understand the way I like to get it in. They be like, yo, I don't know what you're talking about. We got to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Note, the replacement, not even the original. The replacement. How the hell do you create something and then the replacement goes? We got to talk about Donald Trump and his stupid ass parody. He was caught in another stupid ass like soft porn. We got to talk about people are saying Luke Cage. First of all, Luke Cage crashed Netflix. But then people are saying that it's racist because there's not enough black people in it. Got to talk about the creepy clowns again. The creepy clowns. I don't know if I'm ready to deal with the creepy clowns. I don't know.
I'll help you.
You'll help me?
It's okay.
And then we
You'll
got to
get
talk
through
about
it.
the vain. You're so vain. We got to talk about the vain Brad Pitt because Brad Pitt is up to his no good shit. He's upset because he's getting a little bit older. Before we get started, oh, she's playing the harps over there. You guys can't see it. Yeah, it'll be there in a minute. Doesn't make a difference. But your man, Mr. Direct, is doing what he does best to give you some real talk. We might laugh. We might cry. We might stare at this bad wig this motherfucker's wearing. I don't know.
Your wig is jacked. Your wig sucks, Mark.
You look.
Mr. Direct, sorry.
And already she done slipped up by calling me by the government name. You look Russian.
So
you have a
sorry.
very Russian look right now.
It's my Russian mail order bride.
Is that what it is?
Yes, it is.
What's the going rate for a mail order bride these days? My boy told me 25,000. My man told me 25,000.
I suppose some mail order brides might go for that.
See, but if you spend 25,000, then the women are gonna know that you have money to throw away like that. It's like the song says, money to burn.
Hey, there's got to be something in it for them. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, if I bring them in, my good dick is what's in it for them. Listen, what do you mean? 25? If I'm spending $25,000, I better be getting some ass, yo. That better be some bomb ass. It would be real. Like I was talking to a friend the other day about that. I said, yo, I'm kind of lonely. Women are intimidated by my Mr. Direct stuff. People don't get it. People get intimidated. They be like, yo, I can't believe dude is out there. So I'm just asking, like, if you was to recommend, Suzie, if you was to recommend to one of your girlfriends and say to them, listen, I think you should be a mail order bride. What would you recommend like seriously, what would you recommend as a going price? Like what would be, yeah, like not what you mean for me. What the fuck is wrong with me?
I think we should take calls on this.
We could take calls, but if they don't, we still got to keep. How much would you charge?
It's whatever the market will
If
withstand.
you was a mail order bride, how much would you charge your man, Mr. Direct, in order to be engaged with me? Not in a sexual tense, but in a relationship tense. Because mail order bride really just means I'm going to marry you.
It's got to be. I don't know. Are these guys rich? Is it like a couple $100,000 a year? What's the bill? I don't know.
And that's my thing. Is there stipulations on the backside? Is there stipulations on the backside that basically say like, okay, you know what? We're going to have to do this. We have no choice. We're going to have to break it down. Guest call in line 347-205-9571. If you guys want to call in and chime in on this. Mail order bride. Like, what would be the going rate and what would be like, yeah, I ain't marrying that motherfucker. Hell no. Like, what, like, okay, for you.
It's got to be an ongoing,
for you,
salary,
you're kinda broke.
not like a one-time.
But you're kind of broke. You're not that cute.
Hey, look.
You got a bad hairdo, fucked up eyebrows.
You're just mean.
You know what I mean? I mean,
you're
not
mean.
But you're not that cute, though.
You can be direct without being mean.
Your going rate can't be that high. Your going rate can't be that high.
Wow.
If you was to charge,
deeply hurt.
If you was to charge a guy to get laid by you, your going rate would have to be low, like really low. Like I'm talking.
You are such an asshole. I know what you're doing. You're trying to get me to call you out as an asshole. All right, you got me.
Listen, I'm saying
fucking
your rate.
Asshole. Jesus.
No, but I'm saying your going rate would have to be low. Like.
No.
Yes.
You suck.
Not everyone can be top notch. Not everyone can be.
Oh my God.
Like,
I'm gonna kill you.
Like if Kim Kardashian.
You want me to come over the table and fucking strangle you?
If Kim Kardashian was a mail order bride, okay, and not Kim Kardashian that we know Kim Kardashian as Kim Kardashian, but the look of Kim Kardashian. Okay. Kim Kardashian can pull 50,000. Like yo, it's gonna cost you 50,000 plus. To get down these drawers. I can see that.
We're not talking mail order
bride.
No,
mail order
about,
bride.
Escort.
Mail order bride.
Mail order bride means you're like together, like
yes,
husband
but
and wife.
She could charge 50,000.
She would charge way more than that. Are you crazy?
You think it would be more than 50,000?
Yeah.
How much do you think she could charge?
I think like the low end mail order bride would be like higher than that.
No. My man told me it was like $10,000 to $25,000 a mail order bride. So if you're a Kim Kardashian
only, and then there's no like yearly stipend.
Well, listen. If I'm ordering you, I'm bringing you from another country. 9 times out of 10, the shit in your country is a piece of shit.
So we get to keep the green card, and we get to like be a citizen after we marry your silly ass.
Yes. What you mean? I'm a good looking dude. Okay, I got a small penis. I gotta admit, I got a small penis. I guess that's why the girls don't come back. I had to come to grips with the fact that I got a deep voice, which means I got a good tongue. So it just goes. I mean, one compensates for the other. I'm okay with that. So my point is,
if it works,
if you listen, like I said, if you was a mail order bride, what would you charge?
I would charge big money. Big money.
You're not giving numbers. I need money.
Okay,
I need numbers.
okay.
I need numbers.
It would definitely be in the millions. Yeah.
You think your shit's worth $1 million?
Oh, please.
Seriously?
You're saying it isn't?
No, look at you.
Yeah, look at you.
No, it's not happening, yo. Okay.
All right, you're just being
Suzie
mean.
says,
I think we should move on.
Suzie says is doing what a lot of women do. She's overvaluing the price of her skill set. Okay. I'm being honest and saying.
Stop antagonizing me.
No, I'm not antagonizing you. I'm asking you a real question.
And I answered.
I was asking women, how can you say $1 million? Are you basically saying unless a man's rich, he's not worthy of you?
No, but you're talking about a mail order bride situation. That's not like a normal situation.
If he marries you, you have to stay married to him for a certain amount of time. So if he can afford the $25,000, he can obviously afford you. Correct? Look.
Oh, now you're getting into math and stuff.
She don't even want to talk about it. Look,
you're getting into math.
My bad. Mr. Direct decided to do a little bit of math. Math kind of screwed up, Suzie says. Sorry about that.
Hey, so this Kardashian thing?
So, why are you trying to change subjects? We talking about mail order brides. Guest call in line 347-205-9571. It's what we do. It's your man, Mr. Direct, giving it to you like only your man, Mr. Direct, can. Let's talk a little bit about Kim Kardashian. I mean, she got robbed. And let's be honest. She got robbed. And according to an article on Huffington Post, there's a possible of 5 different things that possibly happened. There's a possibility of 5 different things that could have happened. Could it have happened? Could it not have happened? We don't know. I think it was a publicity stunt. I can't imagine someone getting that close to her. And who the hell? First of all, why do you broadcast it? Most people don't broadcast that they have that type of jewelry on them.
Right.
Why would you broadcast that you have $4 to $10 million worth of jewelry on you? That's number one.
Yes.
Number 2, most rich people have replicas. They have replicas. So they don't have the real stuff. They got the replicas.
Right.
So if they have the replicas, why the hell would you be wearing the real stuff out? Why would you even travel with the real stuff?
That's crazy.
Okay. Is your pride, is your ego so big that you would just be like, well, I have to have the real 8-carat diamond?
Yeah. I agree with that.
You disagree?
No, I do agree with that.
She ain't even elaborating. I agree. I agree.
You're so eloquent. The way you're just breaking this all down.
First of all, you're not supposed to ever tell a black man that he's so eloquent. It sounds like a backhanded insult versus an actual real. It don't sound like a sincere.
Listen, it's not all about you. I use that term all the time.
It doesn't sound like a real. You're so eloquent. Like you didn't expect my black ass to know how to say those words.
You think I don't say that to white people? You think I don't tell white people they're eloquent? You're wrong.
Listen,
but I can see how you would.
I'm not turning this into a racist thing. I'm just saying, what's your take on this Kardashian thing?
I think it's pretty fishy. It seems too good to be true, right? There just happens to be no video of these guys. The way she just kind of whisked herself out of town is right after the police questioned her, like kind of in a hurry to get out of there.
That's number one. But number 2,
which I would be if I had just like pulled off a total like.
Here's the thing. One of the first things that they said was that she's blaming herself for putting I believe it was a 4 million 20-carat ring on display. Who the fuck puts a 20-carat ring on display? Like, oh, hey, by the way, I've got this huge ring. I mean, like, and let me tell you something. As a man, nothing is more disgusting and more gaudy than when I see a woman wearing a huge ring out.
Yeah.
It's almost like my husband ain't fucking me and he don't give a damn, but damn it, he could put some shit on his ring.
Yeah.
Look at his finger.
Totally.
And I always believed, and I read an article a long time ago, the bigger the ring, the worse the relationship. The smaller the ring, usually the more like we're bonded, we're connected.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on there.
That's deep.
So, I mean, let's listen. I don't know what you mean by deep, so we're going to keep
deep.
this. Listen, anyway, guest calling line 347-205. What do you think about this Kardashian scam? I think it's a bunch of bullshit. But that's number one. So she's supposedly blaming herself. Then we've got number two. There isn't any footage of the robbers. Now, as famous as she is, she's only staying at expensive hotels, right?
That's right.
How can you possibly be staying at a hotel where people are not following you? And now understand, this is on a Huffington Post.
It's like a Super 8, you know?
This is
like
on a
staying at a
Huffington
Super
Post
8.
article. So exactly, if you were staying at the if you were staying at the Super 8, I was about to say if you're staying at the Huffington Post. If you're staying at the Huffington Post, you a broke motherfucker. But if you're staying at the Super 8, think about that. If you're saying there's blind spots everywhere. Listen, if your ass gets killed at the Super 8, they never solved the murders from First 48. They've got a low conviction rate if your ass gets murdered at a Super 8 motel.
Yeah, you were kind of asking for it. You're
right?
asking for the murder, pretty much.
So, but if you're listen, Kim Kardashian's she's not a Super 8 motel staying chick. I mean, if she was, she'd be getting bottomed out by
Unless she needs her shit stolen for a good boost in the ratings for the upcoming reality show.
Well, the reality show is reality. She's always going to get a dollar from that. Which
no, but the ratings will be great after a big heist.
Have you ever watched the show?
Yeah.
What's your honest opinion about the Kardashians?
Oh, it's just nonsense. I mean, they're complete nonsense. The only time I would have it on is to just distract myself from like burning calories on the Stairmaster or something.
You
it just have to be like it's a pretty like low form of stimulation.
You do the Stairmaster?
Yeah.
You need to get 2 of them because you got a fat ass. But we
oh my god, he's
listen. It's your man, Mr. Direct. I'm feeling nice. Listen, she's gonna walk off any moment, and I just did that for theatrics. I want to see her just get up and leave.
Mr. about to get his butt kicked. More like.
I'm not scared of Suzie says. Anybody as pale as you doesn't have a drop of fucking anger in them. I'm good. You're too pale. You're too pale to serve justice.
You're trying to change that, though.
You're too pale. You're too pale.
Well,
the only way we could change it is if I take the light off you, and even then, you're still pale.
Maybe your light's too damn
You're
bright.
kind of ghost. You're kind of ghost.
Maybe your light's too freaking bright.
Well, no, actually, I'm looking at you, and you actually kind of look this shade, so we're good with the shade.
Okay.
I mean, listen.
Casper,
let me tell you,
the friendly ghost, the friendliest ghost you know.
You know what's sad? That you actually know that song. But anyway.
And so do you.
Well, it's pathetic that I knew what it is. Guest call in line 347-205-9571. Let me tell you this. I want to think about this real quick. Number one, I appreciate you wearing a high cleavage shirt. I hate it when women come on my show and show tits.
It's
I
not.
hate
Yes, this is not
I
revealing
hate it.
At all.
As a grown ass man, I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you're happily involved with another woman. As a man, if I see titties, I gotta stare. I was on a train today, and I'm going into New York City, and some woman's wearing some shit where basically I almost saw a nipple, and every dude on the train is like, "Yo." Dude. And you know when you give the other dude or the other person that look like, yo, you see what I see?
Does that happen? Does that really happen?
Yes. You make that eye connection like, yeah, dog. Yeah, dog, I see it. And I try to tell women this. And the thing is, women are like, don't objectify me. Don't stare at my tits. And it's like, you know what? Let's be honest with you. I love staring at titties. I don't even have to have a potential of hooking up with you. But when I see cleavage, I need to stare at that shit. Like, I'm not fucking with anyone. I have no sex, right? I got a sex drive, but ain't nobody sleeping in my bed. Ain't nobody fucking with me. Ain't shit going on. If staring at titties is the highlight of my day, I'm a happy man. Like, what did you do all day? Stared at some motherfucking titties, dog. You should have seen them motherfuckers show.
I'm amazed. Saying. I'm amazed by this whole like secret language between all these men who don't even know each other on the train. That they're like, oh, look, ass over there.
You've never done that with your girls when a good-looking dude walks in?
With my girls, but not with like strange women I don't know who are also riding the same subway train. No, I have not signaled to them that there's a hot dude.
There's a bro code. And in a bro code, it's kind of like, yo, did you see that shit that just walked by? You kind of got to look and you look at each other, you give each other like, yeah,
And it's
dog,
like
I
it's
saw
good to
that.
be a man. Like,
Yes,
right?
it's not
Because we
even
got to see that.
It's not even that it's good to be a man versus like, yo, you saw that? Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. Because men can't really be openly barbaric about that shit,
Right.
and that's upsetting.
So
Why
they have
can't-
to have this like underground society.
Yes. What's wrong with that?
It's nothing. It's fascinating.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure.
I love it.
You love it. Okay, you talking
I
shit.
learned
out your
something
ass
new
again.
I didn't
You
know
learned-
about.
Oh, I learned something new. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. Listen, we didn't get into it real quick, but I want to do something for you real quick. I want you to tell people you was on the Isle of Tonga, I don't know what the fuck. You said you were on a mission. So I'm going to give you the camera for a quick minute. I want you to just tell people about yourself. And I'm also doing this because I'm also doing production. So I want you to just tell people a little bit about yourself. And I'm not going to leave you on here long. I just want you to tell people a little about yourself. We'll be back in a moment. I'm still here. I'm still here. Still talking. So Suzie says, we know your name is really not Suzie
I'll talk a little
says.
bit about
Go
me,
ahead.
and then I'll move on to another topic. So yeah, I just felt like my life was so shallow and everything was like social media and Twitter and this and that. And I just wanted something more meaningful. So
Can you please explain to me
went
how the
on
hell
a mission to the Isle of Tonga.
How was your life shallow when you were on a mission?
No,
in
before
Tonga?
no.
Oh,
before the
that.
mission.
Okay.
That's why I needed
that's
like
why I'm
I needed a
elaborating.
soul cleansing. I needed a reset. I needed to get back to like my reality. So I went on a mission. Friend told me about it, to the island of Tonga, and got to teach young children. Spent 2 years there, and wow, it was such a great reset for my soul. But now I'm back in this shithole, superficial world from whence I came, and it's time to talk about some shit like Donald Trump.
Big ups to Rob. Hold on. Big ups to Rob, because Rob actually said, yes, on the train there is a bro code. Bro, listen, Rob understands what I'm talking about, but you want to transition into Donald Trump, so we're going to let you talk about Donald Trump real quick.
Hey, we can talk about the bro code.
No. We're going to
Okay,
talk.
so-
Well, Donald Trump is part of the bro code. Let's
Right,
be honest
right,
with you. Okay,
right.
he's part of it. Not really, but he is. But yeah, Rob said that there is a Rob. If you want 347-205-9571, call in. Let's talk about the bro code, because people women don't understand the bro code. Like, we look at each other like, yo, did you see them titties? Yeah, I saw them titties. Yo, those some big ass titties. You ain't even gotta say it. It's just like a look on your face. But Donald Trump, I want you to tell the people about Donald Trump. Donald Trump has been caught. And I don't even know if it's caught.
Third time.
For the third
Well, I
time.
mean, they're all old tapes that have resurfaced. But so first, this all came about because he went in this tweeting hysteria against this former Miss Universe or whatever the heck she was, and he had called her Miss Piggy and blah blah blah. So he went on a Twitter rampage in the middle of the night, like just basically just doubling down on her. So now, and he says, hey, find the sex tape. So then like one soft porn thing surfaces from him, like a thing he did with Playboy. Like he wasn't actually engaged in a sex act, but he was there like talking to these Playboy models before they got naked. And now a second and third one have surfaced. So once again, he started this by telling everybody, look at the sex tape. No one ever found it. And then now 3 have surfaced for him. So do we care? I don't know. Mr. Direct, I mean, do the American people and do the Trump supporters care at this point if he was in another like Playboy soft porn thing where he wasn't actually even getting naked?
Let's be real. Trump supporters don't give two shits if he's been caught. Remember when
and they're not watching.
Hold
They're
on.
like, la, 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 la.
Do you remember when Bill Clinton got caught getting a blowjob in the office? Do you remember that?
Of course.
Okay. Bill Clinton got caught getting dome in the whole office, yo. He got caught no.
And
I
people
want
are
you
like,
to back
cool,
up.
let's elect his wife.
I want you to
Great.
No. I want you to back up and imagine this, okay? I
have.
When we talk about the bro code,
Believe
guest calling
me.
line 347-205-9571. When you back up and you talk about the bro code and all the dumb shit that goes on with it, right? I want you to understand something. You ready? When Bill Clinton got caught giving head in the office,
No, getting head.
Getting
not
head.
giving.
I didn't say giving. I said
thought you
getting,
said-
motherfucker. I know what the hell I'm saying. God damn you.
Sorry.
Like, listen.
I'm sorry.
I swear to God, I can make a nun blush.
I thought
and
you
come
said
back
he
for
was
more.
giving it. It threw me.
When he got caught, when he was caught, let me use proper English. When he was caught getting head in the Oval Office, his ratings went up. Hold on for a second. Hold on. It's your man, Mr. Direct, live in color with Suzie Says. Who do we have on the phone?
Hey, this is Rob, and you're talking about the bro code on the train, man.
Rob, what's going on, my brother? What's going on? How you doing tonight, man? You enjoying the show?
I got you guys on one screen, and I got the Mets on the other.
Okay, so you're an asshole. You're supposed to give us all your attention. What the fuck's wrong with you?
You get about 90% of it.
That's even better, dude.
All right, that's pretty good.
Suzie.
That's pretty good.
What's going on, man? How you doing tonight? So, bro code on the train. You know what I'm talking about, the bro code on the train, right?
You know, when you're just sitting there and some ridiculous, half-naked girl walks by, and two guys just kind of look up over their papers at each other. The eyes move to the girl. They look at each other again. One guy's eyes go up. The other guy shakes his head a little bit. And you go back to doing what you're doing. And you're acknowledging.
Exactly.
And you've never seen this guy before. You're not buddies. He's just
never seen this guy before. Never seen this
And
guy
so
before.
what's
and
the
you just bonded right
what's
there
the
in
look
that
on your
moment.
face? What's the look on your face? Is it like
Well, it depends. I mean, if it's just a ridiculous outfit and she's making a fool of herself, looking on your face
Oh.
is that very subtle, like.
no? But what if she was like really slamming and wonderful? Would there be a
if
look
she's
then?
slamming and wonderful. It's kind of the wide-eyed kind of nod of the head, like, yeah. Right, and then you look over, and then you. Still
It's
go back to the
amazing.
thing. It's not a big spectacle.
You know what's what
And then
what
and then you look
stinks?
across the
There's
aisle,
no
and there's another guy watching the two of you who's doing the same thing.
There's no sister code. There's no underground language of sisterhood where we like make motions to strange women we don't know about, like attractive men walking by. I feel gypped.
think
I
that's
feel
bullshit.
jealous.
I think that's bullshit.
that I wish that there was that.
I think that's bullshit because I've seen women when I'm at a bar and I hang out with more women than I do guys. By the way, Rob, if you're anywhere in the whole entire Union County, New Jersey area, you and I need to get together and get some beers so we could talk bro code and sit there and drink beers and watch the women do the bullshit that they do. Women do the same bullshit. 100%.
They're a little cooler about it.
but hold on, but we do
Exactly.
it with our
Cooler than we are.
friends.
Yeah, but
Not with that's the difference. It's not a thing to do it with your friends. It's a thing to do it with complete strangers. That's what amazes me.
But we don't give you as much ammo as the girls give us, because what's a guy wearing on the train? Jeans and a shirt or a suit, right? Girls, there's
Yeah,
all
but
sorts of
sometimes the
variation
less he's
on
wearing, then the
clothing and
better. The less he's wearing, the more impressive, though.
But he's not going to go to work like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? But the girls get away with these
Yeah.
shirts and this low-cut shirt. Sometimes
Yeah.
they look terrific, and sometimes it's like, what were you thinking?
Yeah. So, what do you think about this? Mr. Direct and I were just talking about this Trump found in some soft porn Playboy flicks. What do you think? Do you care? Do you think
Yes, I care.
in a good way or in a bad way?
No, in a bad way. There's just one more dent in this stupid motherfucker's character. I mean, he's okay. So his wife was already in Playboy and probably did porn in her homeland or something, and now he's in soft porn things. It just shows you the kind of seedy character he's always been. Let alone all
So,
the racist
all right.
shit and
I have
everything
to
else.
say this.
But you probably weren't a supporter in the
Listen,
first place.
First of all, forgive your man, Mr. Direct. He's doing production, the same thing. Rob, first of all, you're 100% correct. First of all, there's pictures of Melania, which is funny. We didn't talk about it, but let's get into it.
Doing lesing out. Lesing
she,
out.
She is suing all the tabloids that put out the pictures of her being part of an escort service because her agency was a front for an escort service. So now they're suggesting, but however, her agency happened to be one of those agencies where the girls only hung out with rich elite men.
Right.
They don't talk about how they met.
Right.
Donald Trump makes it obvious that he's an asshole and that he constantly, like, listen, he re-ups a wife like we should a car. I mean, like, seriously. He re-ups his wife like he should a car. It's ridiculous. Okay? And listen, not for nothing, but none of his bitches speak English except for the second one. And I think he fucked up on that. He figured out, he's like, oh, this bitch can speak English. I got to go back to the foreigners. Because Ivanka was number one, right? Ivanka was number one.
Donald, yes, the Donald.
And then after Ivanka,
And Marla.
and he said, I'm going to go with American because maybe the Americans won't be as hardcore.
And she's the one who they're saying probably leaked his tax return.
Right? Shit,
Yeah,
I don't blame her because she's got a daughter.
Because it's her tax return. The little sign here tab was pointing to her name on the copy that she gave. So it's like
It's
totally
probably hers. And then
obviously hers.
And then on top of that,
And
let's
it's
be
legal
real,
for her to release them because
he
they're hers.
moved away from that and said, I'm going to go back to the foreign bitches because at least I can pull the wool over their eyes.
Right, right. Yes.
And I mean,
It's so funny hearing. Did you hear Melania Trump's little address to the nation where? Well, good evening.
Where she stole every line from Michelle
America.
Obama.
It was weird here. Yeah, where she stole the lines supposedly from, or it was the speech was plagiarized from Michelle Obama. She didn't know that, of course, obviously, but it had nothing to do with her. But it was weird hearing this speech in like a really thick, kind of like Eastern European accent, wasn't it? I'm not. It was just odd. It was unusual.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to tell you this right now, and I want people to realize what I'm about to say to you. She went on NBC before that speech and said, I didn't have to memorize it because I wrote it. No one talks about that.
Oh.
No one
But
talks about that.
she was lying, right? She had to be lying.
An interview with Matt Lauer.
She didn't write it.
Which, first of all, Matt Lauer, your ass need to retire because you suck as an interviewer. I'm done with him.
Yeah,
He
he's
sucks.
not supposed to be a hardcore journalist,
no,
though. He
even
never
that-
was. They shouldn't have put him in that position.
I don't care if he's supposed to be hardcore or not. He sucks as an overall interviewer. That's number
Ever
one.
since he lost the hair, he lost the interviewing capability.
Yes. Number
Swear.
two, he's interviewing her and asking her, well, did you how many times did you practice? What did you do? And she said, and I can't believe, she goes, I don't need to memorize it. I didn't have to go over it. I wrote it.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
So you think they just like drummed someone up to be to take the fall for her?
100%.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Did they ever
100%.
actually, was that ever actually like proven to be an actual person? The person they fired? Weren't they having
listen.
trouble like finding that she actually existed?
I thought it was completely asinine, if you ask me. There's no way you can explain to me. There's no way in hell you can explain to me how it is almost word for word. Certain pieces broke off and then it comes back in and it's word for word. It changes a little bit. It goes up. It goes down.
She like cut all the scraps of paper out of the speech she liked and then just reassembled.
Rob, are you with her or are you with him? Which one are you with, her or him?
I think.
I'm
did
with her.
he
I'm
fall
not
asleep?
A big fan of her, but I mean, Hillary can go rob a bank and shoot the tellers right now, and I'd vote for her over Trump.
Yo, hold on. Rob was getting into that Mets game.
What's happening in the Mets
Rob,
game?
what's
What are we missing?
Rob, we keep it real on Real Talk. What's that score on that Mets game, real quick?
Well, it's 0-0, top of the ninth.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Oh,
It's a
what?
pitcher's game.
It's a pitcher.
It's
Well,
a
you got the
pitcher's
two.
game,
You
man.
got
It's
two.
high drama.
You got the two top pitchers in the game going head to head. You got
Ooh.
Thor. You got Thor and Bumblegarden or whatever his name is.
Ooh.
Yeah, and there's no other game in the world where 0-0 would be an exciting game. This is an exciting
Yeah,
game.
that's
You got-
crazy.
Frankly, I was listening to you guys. I was just checking out the show as much as watching Naked. Checking out your show.
Hey,
I'm sorry,
listen.
I keep opening my mouth.
I appreciate the fact that you've been checking us out via. I appreciate you checking us out via Mr. Direct Just Real, the live feed, because that's what we do. We let people know you can watch us while we're doing a show. And there's a guest calling number. We're making it available that you could do whatever you want. It's 347-205-9571. And if you call in, you get to be part of it. Rob, I want to thank you for calling in. We got to go now because we got more to talk about. But, if you hear something else and you want to call in, feel free to call in. We love it when people call in. They offer up a different perspective, a different view. It's what it is. Rob, as a matter of fact, you have a Real Talk t-shirt coming to you. This is what we do on this show. You got a color.
All right.
You got green, blue, green, blue, red, black, and gray or white or pink. Yeah, I got pink. Fuck y'all.
Wow, pink, huh? I'm gonna do black.
You gonna do black? I got a black T-shirt. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure you get that. What I want you to do is inbox me your information. I will make sure that you actually get that T-shirt. Okay. And now, what I need you to do when you get the T-shirt, you need to put the T-shirt on, and you need to take a picture of yourself, and you need to do the whole entire tag yourself and tag your man, Mr. Direct, in it.
All right. T-shirt. Do I gotta wear pants?
Yeah, what do you need, a large or extra large? Listen, man, I don't want to see your dick. What the hell's the matter with you? Nasty motherfuckers, yo. I get the show's kind of free talk, but I don't want y'all motherfuckers calling and talking about, hey, I'm going to show my dick while I take a picture in your teeth.
Call 1-800-PERV Central.
Right? That's the nasty. Rob, are you white?
All right, I jumped the shark. Thanks for having me.
Rob, are you white? I have to ask. Are you a white guy?
I am so white.
Okay, because black dudes wouldn't sit there and say, hey, do I have to put on pants? Black dudes know. Have some decorum when you call into the damn show. By the way, decorum might be the biggest word I use all night.
Decorum.
So, decorum might be the word I use.
White people are so trashy.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
If the shoe fits. If the shoe fits.
On that note, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Rob. You have yourself a great night. Bye-bye. Rob, oh, damn.
Good night.
Rob was a good caller.
Yeah, he was.
That.
He was.
That was good.
Yeah,
that was good
great.
love.
Yeah,
that was good love. We need more of that.
We need more Robs.
Ray, guest calling line 347-2059. No, 59. 347-20.
1-800-CALL-PERVs.
347-205-9571. We in here having fun, doing what we do best, bringing you real talk. You know, while we were talking about that, let's talk a little bit about technology, because technology is what it is. We got to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Note that exploded. Not exploded, it started smoking.
It started
on an airline.
smoking on an airplane. This is the one that was supposed to replace the other one that was exploding in people's pockets, which is what you're seeing on the screen.
100%. Now, here's like...
They had to evacuate the plane.
No, my problem, here's what I'm going to say about that. And listen, you replaced the original one that exploded and was catching on fire or whatever. You replaced it in order for it to do the same damn thing?
They are so screwed. They are so screwed. When I say they, I mean Samsung.
Samsung?
This was on a flight.
How did you not?
Was
was
it
it the
Louisville
battery?
to Baltimore.
Was it plugged in?
No, I don't think so. It was in the guy's pocket.
So it just started. Maybe the motherfucker.
And they're sitting there waiting for the plane to take off.
Maybe
and
he
it
had
starts
a hot
smoking, and
ass.
they evacuate.
Maybe he had a hot ass. Maybe if it was in his pocket. Maybe his big dick was.
Hold on. Maybe Samsung should use that as their alibi. They should be like, he had a hot ass. Really?
You think?
It would have happened to an iPhone. It was his ass.
Southwest Airlines Flight 994 from Louisville to Baltimore was evacuated while still at the gate because of a smoking Samsung Galaxy Note 7 smartphone. All passengers and crews exited the plane via the main cabin door, and no injuries were reported. A Southwest Airlines spokeswoman
Easy for you to say.
told The Verge. 100%. More worrisome is the fact that the phone in question was a replacement Galaxy Note 7, one that was deemed to be safe by Samsung. This is just, talk about shoot yourself in the foot.
Losers.
How are you going to replace it with something that's just as bad, if not worse?
How many people are going to get fired after this? just like high level people.
the
Heads
only-
are gonna roll.
The only thing I can think of that was worse is when I had defective lube. It's the only thing I can
What
think
did
of.
you
was
buy it
worse.
at the dollar store?
Well,
Are you that cheap? You had to fucking go to Family Dollar to buy lube?
I'm just saying
Yeah,
it was.
go get the good stuff.
But it was defective lube. It like
Because you
wore-
bought some cheap ass dollar
it
store
wore-
lube.
Look, it wore out after a minute worth of work. I was up. I'm like, isn't lube supposed to last longer than a minute? It was like after a minute, this shit was dry. I'm like, yo, hold on. I don't have to I'm not supposed to put the shit on nonstop.
Spring for the $10 or
No, you know what it
lube
was?
next time.
Astro Glide was a little bit too expensive for me at the time.
See?
It was a little too expensive for me
I
at the
told
time.
you. I called it.
But shouldn't you save money?
Places not to cheap out.
Shouldn't you save money where you can save money?
Places not to cheap out. Lube.
Listen, my suggestion to everybody, save money where you can. If people don't understand what you're doing, it's their fault, not yours. I was saving dollars. Can you not understand your man, Mr. Direct, saving dollars? That's it. Don't sit there and stare at me, motherfucker. Say something. All I was doing was trying to save a few dollars. That's it. That's it.
And in retrospect,
In
how
retro-
did that work out for you?
In retrospect, next time maybe I should use the glide on an actual woman and not my own hand. It might help. But I mean, that's another story for
yeah,
another
because
day.
you were going uphill. That was across the current.
What?
Into the current.
I'm just saying, fuck y'all.
You know.
If y'all can't feel my pain, y'all don't deserve to be online with your man, Mr. Direct. I'm just saying.
The hand was fighting for the moisture. There was too much competition.
Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand.
Too much competition for the moisturizing.
What did the 5 fingers say to the face, Charlie Murphy? La, 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 la. I'm just saying, it's one of those things.
Oh man.
So listen, we got a lot.
This is
more
funny.
It's listen.
This
we're
has been
having
very fun. I'm really glad I came
I-
all the way from that island where I was doing my mission to
Did you mess
bullshit with you.
did
This
you-
is great.
Did you were there for 2 years. Did you mess with any of the dudes there? Seriously. You was on the island of Tonga for 2 years. There's some big dudes.
Does that mean human? Does it have to be human?
That's
or
white people in bestiality. I'm done. I can't.
you were
I can't
so
do
it
that.
was a human specific
No,
question?
no. Every time I see some nasty shit with animals and people and sexual shit, you white people be on another level of shit. What's up with that?
So again, does that answer my question?
I'm asking you, did you have sex with any of the dudes from Tonga?
And I asked if you meant only humans, or
so are you
is it
in-
like any living?
So Susie says,
Creature.
are you into animals too, is what you're telling me?
No, I'm just trying to understand your question.
I'm asking you, did you have relations while you were on the island?
No, I was saving myself.
That's
for
all
my
it was.
higher
It was a
purpose.
yes or no.
Well, I just wanted to, I like to hear the
Motherfucker, yo.
whole question before I answer it. I just want to make sure I fully could
Are
picture.
you kidding me? Are you
Yes.
are you kidding me?
Yes.
I asked you a yes or no. This is how you know people
I am
are lying.
kidding
Listen,
you.
it's funny that you say that. I was reading an article from the FBI on how you could tell people are lying to you. And one of the things that they said about it was when you ask somebody a yes or no question and they immediately go to either a defense mode or they follow up with a question.
Yeah, it means they're thinking of their answer.
And if they're thinking of the answer, they're being deceptive. Because a yes or no
Guilty
question,
as charged.
a yes or no
There
question,
may have been a fib in there.
you might have thrown what? That you didn't have sex or that you didn't fuck an animal? Which one was it?
I wasn't even talking about that part. I was talking about some other part.
Listen, I don't.
No, that I was truthful about. I was saving myself for a higher purpose.
You were saving yourself. For
I was there for a higher purpose.
Well, if you're messing with the right man, you're going to see
It was
the
all
higher
about
purpose.
rebuilding me.
Rebuilding you. Oh, you women in this bullshit self-love. I'm done.
Laying the foundation.
This is bullshit. Oh, I need self-love. I need self-love. What would you
You
have
should try
done?
it sometime.
Well, I did, but the Astroglide wore the fuck off. Are you kidding me? I told you it was cheap shit. Man, see, y'all killing me. Absolutely killing me.
Again, next time when you don't go to the dollar store, just go to the gas station.
I'm not fucking with
Go to
you.
the gas station.
I can't mess with you people no more. Not anymore. You people are just completely messing with me. So coming
my
out of that,
gosh,
we were talking to Rob about the Donald Trump parody. How did you feel for you, Suzie? How did you feel about the Donald Trump parody? What did you think about it?
Honestly, at this point, unfazed and frankly amused. Come on. Nothing surprises anybody anymore, right? It's
But doesn't it
crazy.
surprise-
It's whatever's
does it
beyond
surprise
imagination
you-
is.
Does it surprise you that the election is so damn close for a guy that disgusting and vile? Like, I'm past the point of him not being presidential. He's disgusting and vile.
Oh gosh.
Are you voting for him?
No.
Or are you with her? Are you with her?
No. I'm not with him. Let's
Because
just say that.
I'm not with him and I'm not with her. I'm having a
Yeah,
problem.
I mean, yeah.
I'm having a problem.
Yeah. But
with
I'm
him.
mad because our choices were freaking any of our good choices were taken away by the stupid media circus that
And I'll agree with you.
yeah, I mean,
100%.
there were some actual decent candidates out there originally, and freaking ratings, like they just had to promote like the big extreme, you know. So that's what we have.
And according to this article in Esquire, it was the one time that Donald Trump appeared in soft porn. It goes, the same day Donald Trump tweeted the accuser, former Miss Universe Alicia Machado, of having a sex tape. BuzzFeed discovered Trump's sex tape of sorts. Donald Trump appeared in a 2000 Playboy softcore porn video featuring the Bernola twins. Oh my God. The video description reads, from luxuriating in a warm, soapy tub to revealing at an exclusive nightclub, Carol and Darlene bear their sex appeal and lead you on a sensual journey. Why would twins want to ever be seen in a porn together? I mean, I get it. Men, once again, it's a man thing.
But hold on, are you saying that that's
It's a man
worse than if
thing.
you were doing it by yourself?
It's a man thing. But why would twins ever want to have sex with each other and be caught in that
Well, but they
act?
do everything together, right? They say like identical twins. They're like
That's
they
disgusting,
do
though.
everything together.
That's disgusting.
So
I might have a fantasy about twins, but it means I fucked one and then went and did the other one too. But I'm never going to fantasize about them at the same time. That's no, because then it gets confusing. Did I touch your titty already? Did I already touch your titty, or do I got to go to her titty? Which titty do I got to get to? Hold on. Now, if I touch her titty once, do I got to touch your titty twice? Because I know twins are sometimes jealous of each other. Okay, did I give her too much attention, or you? Okay, now, when I went down on her, do you prefer for you to go down on me? I mean, I don't know how this shit gets. Twins is confusing. I can't deal with that. I'm just saying.
yeah,
What?
it's horrible. Really, it's a terrible dilemma.
You know what?
To be in.
Screw you. You don't appreciate what I'm trying to tell you.
I-
The confusion of
God,
trying
I
to deal
hope
with
you'll
twins.
never find yourself in that horrible situation.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, I do not want to be faced with it trying to get a threesome with twins.
yeah, Suzie
What
says
if I get
don't do that shit.
What if I get their names mixed up? What if I get their names mixed up?
Don't use names.
You gotta use names.
Just be like, yo.
You can't use yo. You can't. It doesn't sound right. It just doesn't. It doesn't. You're killing me.
I'll take your word for that.
You're killing me. Would you ever be involved with twin dudes?
I think it would be hard not to laugh. Like it just would be funny.
It'd be weird,
inherently
right?
funny.
It'd be
it would
weird.
just make me want to laugh.
It'd be weird though, right?
Yeah, especially if they were making the same exact expression and
Right.
stuff, and they look like just
Right.
like clones of each other.
It'll fuck
That would
you
be
up.
hilarious.
Guest call on line 347-205-9571. I'm going to keep saying that all night because we want you guys to call in, be part of the show. Let us know what you think. Would you have sex with twins? Could you? Would you consider having
Could you?
sex?
Would you with a twin?
Oh, and by
Would
the way,
you? Could you?
I want to apologize to you. There's actually a chat. If you guys go to blogtalkradio.com/MisterDirect, I actually have a chat going on that if you guys don't want to call in, you could go into the chat and I can have a conversation with you and you could tell us what you think. But you guys got to check that out as well. We got a whole lot going on. November 5th, if all goes well, we're going to be at Shillings Crossing. Now, understand when we do a live show, it's not going to be the same. We're a little less pervasive. Is that a word? Is that the right word?
You mean less high end? Like
we're less
this
high end.
High end.
We're
posh
less. We're not necessarily
environment.
We're not necessarily swearing. We're more. I don't say we're family orientated, but we're more bar orientated. We're going to be doing that. We have a lot of things going on.
So all this fabulousness here won't be happening.
Monday through Thursday, you can't go wrong. Listen, on Mondays, we have the ladies from the 4-letter words. They want to come back. On Tuesdays, it's sports. It's Real Talk Sports with my man, skillz. Hopefully next week, I'm going to have Suzie Says again. But Suzie's kind of funny. I don't know. She might disappear on me. I have her there. And then on Thursday, we have Back in the Day Thursday because everybody has Throwback Thursdays. We're going to be doing that. Hold on for a second. I got a burp.
Oh, my.
It's Real Talk. So
that just happened. It's not only Real Talk. It's real gases. It's real like bodily functions.
Yeah, it is, right? But listen, we're going to have fun. Throwback Thursdays. I think this week it's my man Abdul and Susan. And what we do is we do Back in the Day, which means we're going to specifically talk about, which I'm happy that we're going to be doing. We're going to talk about 1995. What's your best memory from 1995 besides being a piece of nothing at that point? Because you didn't discover who you were. You didn't discover. What do you think? Like, honestly, what was your view of 1995, if you can remember? That's 4 years after I think you graduated, which I'm surprised you graduated because you don't appear to be that bright. I'm surprised you made it past high school, to be honest with you.
I don't remember what was going on in 1995. I'm going to tell you that right now. I feel like I'm on the spot. You need to like give me some hints. What was the hot music? It was.
Are you serious?
Was it? I need a refresher. Was it Pearl Jam yet?
You don't know what was going on in 1995?
Was it Pearl Jam? I think it was Pearl Jam.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
You going to make me go through this? 1995.
Seinfeld, Pearl Jam. What else?
You are so.
He's Googling 1995.
You are so piece of shit now.
You never shared that Samuel L. Jackson meme.
That's the end of the show. And why did you just blast Brad? You know, surprisingly, we got to talk about Brad Pitt. And Brad Pitt was the sexiest man alive. 1995.
Oh,
Brad Pitt was
perfect.
the sexiest man
all came
alive.
Full circle.
We'll keep that circle, but. Okay, 1995. You know, Brad Pitt was the sexiest man alive. Now what? What do you got to say? Suzie says. Suzie says, what do you guys say?
I mean, most of us still think he looks fantastic, but apparently he is like not happy with the way he's aging and not happy with the way he looks. And I mean, this is all like, just what's reported according to a source close to him. So who knows if it's true, but what these sources have reportedly said is that he's flipping out and mad and going and like having temper tantrums because he doesn't like the way he looks, which is like, wow, that's unusual for a man, right? I don't know. I don't usually think of like male movie stars as like
it's really not
doing
because
that.
When you are dependent upon your looks to make your money, you become more tied into your looks. Michael Jackson was like that later on. He got very into his
obsessed,
looks. Prince wasn't like that, but Prince was like that a little bit. Like, okay, I got to make sure I look right and blah blah blah.
But he was like so confident in himself.
Prince was just the type of dude. If he had plastic surgery, you couldn't tell.
No, I don't think he
did. But Prince
did.
was very into himself. By the way, if you guys are not sure what we're talking about, and I do apologize, we kind of move back and forth. We always got conversations going. We're talking about Brad Pitt being upset the fact that he's aging.
But look, I mean, he looks, still very handsome.
Well, I mean, listen,
right?
I'm not supposed to say it because I don't ever like to sit here and, yeah, he's a good looking dude and blah, blah, blah. I don't like to do that, but I have to admit, he's a good looking dude. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Brad Pitt's a good looking dude, but I think the problem is that when you're in Hollywood, and everything is focused around you being good looking. It's like a porn star with a small dick. You know what I'm saying?
How would you get to that point of being the porn star?
But like, would you want to be famous for having a small, like, okay, my friend told me something. This woman said to me this one time, she goes, you're always going to think you have a small dick if you're watching porn and the average dude got a 10-inch dick or plus, right? So if you're not 10 inches, you think your shit's inadequate because your mind thinks that. Well, he is in Hollywood, and in Hollywood, everything's about your looks.
Yeah.
He made it because he could act. Don't get me wrong. I love him in the Ocean 13. I only love him in like Ocean 11, Ocean 12, and Ocean 13.
I don't like any of the Ocean's movies.
I love the Ocean.
Oh, I don't like them.
Why not?
They put me to sleep.
Ocean. You know what's
They
good
make
about
me sleepy.
his character and George Clooney characters? They can finish each other's sentences, and that's what's hot. I like that connection. And granted, it's a script. They sell it.
Yeah.
Because very few.
And it makes a nice white noise for sleeping.
When you see, whatever. When you see people like that in real life, you kind of get it. You're like, ooh, I get that. Couples, best friends, they can finish each other's sentences. It's, well, you know, you got to, yeah, I already took care of that. And if you don't take care of that, you got to, and they can go back and forth. It's an understanding, and I like that. I enjoy that. With that being said, in Hollywood, everything's built around who you are. Everything's built around your looks, who you are, how do you feel. So if you specifically feel you're aging and you're no longer keeping up with the new best good looking thing, that's why I kind of like Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is so eccentric, whatever the damn word is. Eccentric. Listen.
Excellent.
I already gave you
I'm
that.
ecstatic.
I gave you that word today that I told you that's the best word you're going to get out of me earlier.
What?
I forget what the word was. But anyway.
Wait. Decorum.
Decorum. Yes. Yes, that is my word of the day, and I'm sticking to it. That's all you're getting out of me. Yeah, that's all you can put. Listen, my point is, in Hollywood, even women have a problem with ageist. We're all ageist. I don't want to look at that person like that. Everybody's doing everything in their power to remain young versus looking older. That's the name of the game. I got to look more appealing. I got to make sure that everybody that sees me is going to enjoy seeing me. And we get caught into what made us who we are. We get caught into that. And I can't say that like I'm in Hollywood, but I mean like arrogantly. If your looks is what sold you. You know, like somebody like Howard Stern that never got to play off like, yeah, you know, I'm a good looking dude. That's an ugly motherfucker.
Because no one, he admitted he was ugly.
But he got a big ass wallet, so he can crush my ass.
Right.
But knowing that, if you get into the specifics of it, knowing that, as you get older and you're in Hollywood, because you got to understand, Brad Pitt makes like 25, 30 million a movie. That's money.
Yeah, that is.
If somebody comes into you and says, yeah, you know what? You ain't pulling them numbers no more because you ain't as good looking as you used to be. Right? That starts getting into your psyche because everything's been built around you being good looking. Think about how many women. Yeah, that's
terrible.
Think about how many women were gorgeous. And then all of a sudden.
Eventually they're 80 years old and there's like there's no stopping it.
Ain't nobody trying to fuck. It's
coming.
Ain't nobody trying to fuck no 80 year. I mean, there are people that are into that shit, but I'm not. Maybe when I'm 80, I'm going to chase an 80-year-old like that's all I can get. You got some Viagra, some Cialis? Give me some Cialis. I can think about it. I can get it on with some Cialis. Give me that Cialis. Lord Jesus. I'm just saying, like.
You know what? That fits you.
What?
That.
Cialis?
That whole like way of talking. It's perfect.
No, can I tell you
the real you?
Can I tell you something? I think I talked about it on air the other day, but I'm going to say it honestly. You ready? I don't ever worry about it because, look, everything's about imaging. Everything's about the way people present everything to you, right? Viagra never has a black person of dark skin in their commercial. Ever.
You're right.
Ever. It's always white dudes.
Yeah.
So they're basically saying Viagra's for white dudes.
Well, or is that just not their market?
No.
Like, are black dudes not buying the Viagra?
We'll explain that in a second. But back away from that. Let's go over here. Cialis at least has a light-skinned black dude in a commercial every now and then, right? You never see the black dude
Not
ever
too
have.
jarring. Not too jar. We don't want to jar
We don't
the
want
white
to jar
audience.
the white people, but you know, hey, we got a yellow motherfucker. We good with that, right? But they never have a dark skinned dude. So the myth is, dark dudes don't have problems with getting their dicks hard. That's what it is. I don't ever have to worry about it.
Well, either that
made Suzie
or
say-
they're just not buying.
I made Suzie said, just shut the fuck up. She's like, I ain't got nothing for that. I got nothing
trying
for that.
approach it scientifically.
She's like, I got nothing for that.
I'm trying
leave that alone.
to take the scientific approach to
I'm just saying.
unraveling this.
Listen, I'm just saying.
but yeah, we don't want to jar. We don't want to jar the white
If you pay
Cialis using
but
audience.
if you pay attention to Viagra, Cialis,
Got a weird hair here.
you will know she's fucking looking at her hair. Are
What's
you kidding
happening?
me?
It's crazy hair.
Anyway,
All right.
so if you watch
better.
Cialis and Viagra commercials, they never have dark-skinned black people. Now, when you was asking why, most companies don't market themselves to people of color. They really don't, because people are going to buy it no matter what. That's their marketing
Yeah,
scheme.
well, if they're trying to go for the biggest audience,
You appease those, and those who, the extra scraps that come along, whatever. Growing up, we're both in our late 20s. We're both in our late 20s, but if you remember commercials and everything, you hardly ever saw black people in commercials unless they were extremely famous. Extremely famous.
like Bill Cosby,
And even then,
O.J. Simpson.
Even then, yo, I always tell people, you know how you knew OJ was like the man? OJ was knocking motherfuckers over in an airport, running to catch
right.
that, running
Leaping
to get
over
his
the
hurts.
banister.
Yo, let a motherfucker, black or white, try and run over a banister nowadays in a damn airport.
Oh, forget
Them
it. You'll get
motherfuckers is
shot. You'll get
TSA
shot.
is taking you out, okay? They was letting OJ run through
You'll
airports
get
like,
shot
yo, go
on
ahead.
Facebook live stream.
Yo, they was letting OJ just do the business. They didn't care. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the man.
Exactly. So, I mean, they don't really market towards people of color. They don't. And that's what kills me about racism. And you know what? That's good. Good segue. They don't really, like, I get upset when people act like racism is really a problem to them, because I know it's not. And the reason why I say I know it's not is because when black people complain about racism, it's like, what the fuck? Shut up. We don't want to hear it anymore. However, we gonna keep it gully. We're going to keep it gully, keep it real. Luke Cage. What do you know about Luke Cage?
Luke Cage is the hot new Marvel comic hero show on Netflix.
Why'd you say he was hot?
Got 5-star ratings when I watched. I was looking at the 5 stars.
Why'd you say he
Sorry?
was hot, though?
No, I said it's the hot new show.
Oh,
Oh, but
okay.
he is hot. Oh, I mean, my
okay.
God, the guy's hot. I mean, forget
Okay,
about
you
it.
got-
It's ridiculous.
let me-
he's like a brick shithouse. He's huge.
Let me find out you got a fever for the flavor of some chocolate, and then we really gonna have
No,
to
I mean,
have a conversation.
come on. Objectively, come on.
We're gonna have to
they
have a
didn't cast him as the hero for no reason.
We're gonna
you
have
know?
to have a conversation about you talking about chocolate men like that. I'm
All
just
right.
saying.
It's not. You know what? Make it all about you.
What?
Sure.
What do
Go
you
make
mean?
it about you.
What are you talking about? Making it about me?
Have you seen the show yet? By the way,
No.
It's quite good.
Well, it broke the internet. I mean, no,
It's
it broke
re- it's
Netflix.
good. It's so good.
It premiered last week, and it literally broke Netflix for a while. It took Netflix down. Now, with that being the case, immediately, white people, and I'm just saying in Twitter feeds, I'm looking at the page for complex.com. Immediately, they went in and said that Luke Cage is racist because it was a show with 98% black people only. Now,
I saw some white people like sitting in the diner booths as the camera went back.
yeah, right. They were just like backdrops. You know, hey, white people going to Harlem too.
No, but
But they got to go someplace
yeah,
to buy
but
their
like
crack.
they're not going to be like necessarily the central characters
No,
of the
but
show.
listen-
It takes place in Harlem.
listen,
you expect
you
like
ready?
white people to be the central characters of the show?
You ready? Somebody said a lack of white people in Luke Cage makes me uncomfortable. This show is racist. How is this on Netflix? Now, I'm going to read some of these comments so you guys understand what I'm saying. The next one was, is it me or the new Netflix Luke Cage is a little racist? Notice it's mostly black. Where is the diversity?
It's you.
Hold on. It's got to be me. Hold on, you ready? I'm not racist, but why is Luke Cage so political? Why do they talk about being black all the time? Where are the white characters? Okay, hold on. White people who are like, I don't see race, are the same people who are like, why are there no white people in a Luke Cage? This is racist. More comments.
But I don't see color.
I don't see color at all.
But where are the white people?
If Luke Cage is racist, how? Because if Luke Cage is a racist show because most of the cast is black, what does that make 90% of all of the mostly white shows on TV? That said, if you was a fan of Friends or Seinfeld, there was no niggas around on them shows. I'm going to get real with y'all real quick. We call this Mr. Direct Real Talk.
Those were totally white.
And on the Wednesday show, we get a little bit more raw with the real talk. But let's be real.
That's because Suzie Says is in the house.
Yes,
let's
because
be
Susie's
real.
here. But let's be honest with you. Seinfeld, Friends, widely popular 90s shows. Men, what is that, Two Men? What's the show that Charlie
Two
Sheen?
men and a...
Whatever.
I want to say and a baby, but that's not.
No, it's not Two Men and a Baby, but majority white shows. And guess what? Majority... first of all...
And who's yelling that they're racist?
How many times have you
No
been in
one.
New York? How many times have you been in New York?
I can't count.
Okay. Every time I jump on a train going into New York, subway, New Jersey going into New York, I see people of every color.
Yeah. Less of them are white.
How the hell
say.
are you in a coffee shop in the Village? Okay, like the Village has got more homosexuals, and I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. The Village has more homosexuals in that little area than anywhere in New York. And what I'm talking about as a collective, meaning this is the spot you hang out in. Okay, not a homosexual, not a gay person on Friends. Right? Was there a gay person on Friends?
There were not like as a regular character, but
Ross's
in individual
ex,
episodes. I
Ross's ex, but there was no, hey, that person's gay or that person appears gay, whatever.
Yeah.
Seinfeld, no gay people.
It just wasn't
no
like
black
as common
people.
back then, though.
If you if you live in New York City,
the gay thing.
if you live in New York City, how are you not running into black people on it every day? Asian people, Spanish people, people from Mexico. Mexicans are in every restaurant.
No.
Mexicans are in 95% of the restaurants. Now, don't get me wrong. I get it. But if you are a true New Yorker and you talk about diversity and racism and all that shit, you can't ever. If you are from New York City and I find out your ass tweeted about Luke Cage being racist, I'm going to come to your house and smack the shit out of you. There is no way you can tell me.
They're probably not New Yorkers. They're probably from out of town.
Where the hell can you go in New York City and not see a person of color? Tell me one spot. 651 is about to give you my personal phone number. 347-205-9571. Where I don't listen, the KKK can't even start a membership in goddamn New York City.
No, yeah.
There's too many people of color.
Yeah.
You even go near a neighborhood close to Harlem with that KKK shit. They're gonna fuck you up.
Oh, forget it.
Okay? So when people are tweeting about Luke Cage being racist, have you ever been to Harlem? Now see, and that's the opposite.
It's getting whiter though.
It's getting whiter, but you could go to neighborhoods in Harlem that are all black, all Asian, all Spanish. But when you're in the other areas, even if you go to the Upper East Side, that they consider you rich.
That's pretty white.
That's pretty white. You still run into some people that are from India. You run into some Asians. You run into
definitely.
You still have the people that are shop owners that are in that area. So for people to sit there and act like Luke Cage is some, oh my God, what the hell's going on? Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Is your mind so hell bent on being a dumbass that you don't realize that diversity is not saying we need to have white people to show diversity? Because guess what? There's a whole lot of shows on TV that your ass ain't complaining about, and they don't show one person of color unless they're in the background cleaning some shit.
So at least we can get some diversity with having lots of shows and how some of them have, you know, this and some of them have that.
And I'm not saying all shows are bad. I'm just saying, let's be honest. Seriously.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Luke Cage, racist, you motherfuckers is out of your mind. It's your man, Mr.
But the
Direct.
bigger story is it's a good show and you should watch
It's great. You know what? I've been watching The Get Down, and The Get Down is actually really good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to check that out. But I'm gonna check out Luke Cage. Got to, you know. And
Yeah, you got to.
Got to check it out. Listen, our time is up. Our time is up a little bit. It is. I want to say this. Have you been watching the debates?
Yeah. Not the vice presidential, though. I only saw highlights.
So you saw the first debate, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the debate?
Oh gosh. I'm usually just like looking for the comic moments, and there were several.
Always is. Listen, do you remember how they was upset with the moderators?
They're always upset with the moderator.
Okay.
How's it any different?
It doesn't make a difference. This is what I'm saying.
Poor Lester Holt, man. He couldn't get them to stick to their time.
We need to sign a petition right now. The next moderator needs to be Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, I said 2 minutes, motherfucker.
It has to be. If you don't get Samuel L. Jackson for the next one, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. I mean,
that has to happen. That has to happen.
Because you need that authoritative, like, look, motherfucker, I done told you stop interrupting her.
Yeah.
Okay, stop it. Stop. You need to get a hold of yourself.
That's right.
It's just one of those things you got to go through. Listen, it's your man, Mr. Direct, doing what he does best, bringing you a little bit of real talk. I had Suzie Says on the show. Suzie, how did you feel about being on the show?
It was a lot of fun.
Did you enjoy
I
yourself?
hope I don't regret it.
What do you mean you hope you don't regret it?
I'm joking.
Explain what you mean by you hope you don't regret it.
I'm totally joking.
Did you have fun?
I won't regret it. I had fun. How could I regret that?
Listen, some people come on the show, they regret it. Some people don't. That hour went by fast, though.
It sure did.
I try to tell you, once we get the conversation flowing, it feels good.
Yeah, yeah.
People always doubt my skills, and then I got to tell them, like, yo, I'm kind of good with what I do. I don't understand why people don't understand.
You're just paranoid thinking that people are doubting your skills.
No, you doubted my skills.
Maybe everyone knows that you have skills.
You doubted my skills before we came on air. You was like, well, what about this or what about that? And I'm like, what do you mean, what about this?
I was just trying to be prepared on my end. I wasn't doubting your skills. I just didn't want to be like the loser who screwed it up.
It's your man, Mr. Direct. As usual, it's real people, real conversation. It's always real talk. Till the next time I see you, be easy, be greasy, and most of all, just remember, Monday through Thursday, 10:30 spot, we will give you a little bit of real talk. Till the next time, my people, take it easy.